well, I'm all right.
And where are we today?
You in Atlanta?
Okay, what part of Atlanta?
Uh, on Dexter Avenue,
Right at the.
MNC Hotel.
Okay,
I don't even know the number.
okay. And this year, and you're here with your brother.
What year? That's
Yeah,
my oldest brother.
your oldest brother.
Yeah,
Right. Why don't you
Buku.
move a little closer?
That's
Move a little closer. If I can get too shiny there.
yeah. That's Buku. Yeah. That close enough?
Just a little closer. Sit up some. Slouch.
Sit up.
Sit up.
Uh,
Got to get into
So,
this.
so, so,
Great. Here we go. You're gonna
so,
interview him
how
because
would
you know a lot about your brother.
I?
So
I don't know
when was
what
the
to tell
last
him.
time you seen your brother?
It's been a long time, man. How long it been since I saw you?
Now you gotta hold the mic up though. You gotta
Yeah,
hold it
how
up.
long? I don't know. I don't know what. It's been. I was down here.
Hold it up and then
Wait a minute. I was down here. Uh, uh, I saw you when I was down here last year.
last
Cause
year.
I went over to Mississippi with Shirley.
Yeah.
They had the thing that it was last year.
So say something to him.
What say what?
How you doing?
Oh,
You gotta talk to him.
you wanna find out. You wanna document it. That you want me to
You
tell about
you gonna be
Johnny.
you gonna be open
Let
with me. You gonna
he
be
would be glad to know this,
yeah.
and I'm gonna probably repeat it again today. See, when I get out there on Tommy, you see, I used to be Johnny's driver, nighttime. You know, that's when he would get you. I call him Buku. But he little did he know that I'm gonna say this again today. That we went to me and my other brother, younger brother, Thomas, Reverend Thomas Isaiah, was going to school at Camp Hill. And while we were down there, Johnny was in the service and he had a pension coming to my mother. And that's how I was going to school off of his money, what he was sending to his mother. And whenever the check come, I'd stir in the fireplace, and it started sparkling. And I'd tell Tommy to go down to the post office and get that money. And he'd go down there and get it. He thought I was a fortune teller because I would always tell him the exact day. I said the money is there. He said yeah. He'd go and get it, and it was there just like I was just a prophet.
Is that right, Uncle Johnny?
No,
Is
he
that
don't
the
know
truth?
nothing about
I
that.
don't know nothing about
He
that.
he don't he don't know nothing about that. Cause this is what happened whenever time for check to to come to pay the tuition or whatever it was. Uh, I would stir in the fireplace and the fire would start sparkling back, and I'd tell him to go. And he thought he thought I was a prophet. He'd go and get it. It'll be right there on time.
How long did that last?
Oh, that lasted all the time I was going to school after the sixth grade. We finished the sixth grade and then we go through the rest of the time. I went through the 12th grade down there. And Tommy bought him a bicycle. And I said, you will eat that bicycle. And it ended up that I had to ride the bicycle to work at Alex City. I rode the bicycle 13 miles every day, ride it down and come back. 13 miles a day. I mean, 13 miles there, 13 miles. It's 13 both ways. And yeah, I was working for O2 Company, a water company, and I was the water boy. I was the smallest thing there, so I was the water boy. So that's about Buku. He wanted to go. Before he went into service, he was went into CC camp, and he'll have to tell you about that. He was a truck driver and long range driver, and that's what made him what he was.
Well, what do you remember about this guy?
He don't know about
I don't know nothing about it.
it.
Really?
I was at Camp Hill all the time.
Yeah, but as growing up, as a
I
kid.
would only
Yeah.
come home
You,
once a month.
really?
I would come home and
Even at 6,
Oh, six,
7?
7. I don't know
No, I'm
about
talking
that.
about when you guys were younger.
We
What
just
do
went
you
to
know?
school.
What's your fun story that you remember of
No.
my dad?
Oh, remember who?
Yeah, what's your
Oh,
fun story of
he,
your dad?
he,
Eh,
he had to talk it.
Yeah,
I don't know what he
yeah.
know about
What's
me.
your story?
I don't know nothing.
You don't know
See,
nothing.
there I'm
Eh,
a clean guy.
No, but I mean, like, what kind of things you guys used to do when you were kids?
Nothing but only I'll be in here driving. I ain't gonna tell that.
No, no, no.
Nothing.
No, I can't think of nothing right now.
Which one of your brothers did you get really into a lot of mess with?
Huh?
Which one of your brothers did you get into a lot of mess with?
Having a problem with mess, he
I
said.
don't think I had no problem with
And
none
no
of mine.
problem.
Really?
Uh.
So how old are you now?
He
I'm
did
84.
84 years
84
old.
years old.
When is your birthday?
August.
In August?
Mm-hmm.
August the what is
14.
it? The 14th?
14.
Okay. So have you ever, gone from where you guys grew up from? Like, are you still living in that area, or where are you living now?
I am not now. I'm in Elliott City now.
And that's where pretty much the family is at. Everything's
No,
going
no,
on.
up at New Site where the family
In
play.
New Site is where the family home is at?
New site,
You were born in New Site, right?
Tallapoosa County.
You were born in New Site?
Yeah,
Tallapoosa County.
All of you were born in New Site?
yeah,
Ah, Tallapoosa County.
Really? Aunt
yeah.
Shirley, Aunt Joe,
Tallapoosa County.
Tallapoosa
New
County.
site, one house.
One house.
Yeah.
Wow. What is the feeling now? I mean, do you think
Oh,
you
in case you don't know what new site is, you'll find it Horseshoe Bend.
what should been?
Horseshoe
What's
Bend.
that
That's
mean?
a national shrine.
Uh huh.
Yeah. Down there around Horseshoe Bend,
Hold the
they
mic
had
again.
an Indian war there. Had the Indian war there, and they killed so many people in the river there, and it's just the place run like blood.
Really?
It was blood, yeah. And then that it's now
What kind
named
of Indian?
Horseshoe Bend. The Cherokee Indian.
So, did our family ever mix with the Cherokee Indian?
Mix. Yeah,
Do we have any family
you probably
that are
do.
Cherokee?
You
Not
probably do, but I don't know how to identify them.
really.
Yeah.
Well,
What is?
how was it when you were growing up in
1929?
New Site? New Site,
19,
right?
well, I didn't care too much about New Site. When I grew up as a boy there, I uh, after I went off to school after I finished the sixth grade. I went to school, and I was down there most of the time in Camp Hill, Alabama. Most of my time, that's where I spent. Even the summer, I just continued. I was just like a wayward child. Yep.
Oh, okay. So, how many brothers and sisters in total were there?
Give that answer, sir.
12.
There's 12 brothers and sisters.
Dozen of us.
Yeah, and so all of you stayed together, or
All
like you
together,
say, you
all the
really
time.
didn't. You were out most of the
Well,
Yeah.
time.
yeah, one of us went to boarding school. We was all together all the time, running up and down the
You
street.
always talk to me about walking to school with holes in your
Oh,
shoes.
well, that thing, I had to go, what was it, that was 7 miles a
Yeah,
day?
I think it was. I
Went
know it was.
7 miles a day walking to school. And every day we went to school, and sometime we would be going to school, and the ground popped up with the icicle coming out. This old white man, I never knew that man's name, used to let us stop in and warm, and then we'd go on across the field to get to the schoolhouse.
Must have been on Montgomery.
I don't know. You remember him? He was an old man. He was there, right there before you get to Hillaby. Before you turn off over there, the road where the old Scott, no, the old Scott used to be there. Scotty Lottie had a load. We used to sing that song, Scotty Lottie had a load. And that was before we turned off and went back in the back end. I don't know what his name was, but we stop in there,
Been so long.
go
I
across the
forgot.
field and pick up potatoes. That's sweet potato. After they plow up the sweet potato, then the rain fall, then you could go down and pick up you some potatoes along the way.
What type of like was there any cotton picking or was it more farming?
Don't worry about the cotton picking. We did pick cotton, and we had sharecropper. We was sharecropper, and we picked cotton. And I wasn't so good at picking cotton. I used it myself. I was always picked out to do the chores at the house. That was washing the dishes, ironing, washing clothes, and all of that kind of stuff. I would, hey, they'd go to the field and I'd go to help my mother. That was my job.
So you had a choice.
Yep, milking the cows. I had a chore, yeah. Milking the cows, washing the dishes, sweeping the yard,
Keeping the chicken.
keeping the chicken.
You had chicken?
Yeah, we raised chicken.
Really?
Yeah, my daddy got into the raising chicken business. He raised chicken for the government, and we raised. We have so many sick chickens sometimes. The little bitties, they had the car. You had to feed them different kind of water to get them through all those stages. We raised hogs, and we raised chicken, hogs. We planted peanuts, and I remember some of the old, what they call it, the soybean. But we didn't use it for soybeans, to get the thing. We use it for soybean hay. But now they're using soybean seed, and that's become the most popular food now, soybean food. Cause now they even making hamburgers, soybean hamburgers out. That's something. But my daddy was experiencing all of that. Now we talking about Johnny. We ain't talking about my daddy.
What about your daddy? You know?
Well, you want to know about him?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have to. I'm supposed to be speaking about daddy.
Yeah. So let's get rehearsed.
Huh?
Let's
Just get rid of it. Well, Daddy was involved in a whole lot of things. All the government little entities came in town. He was involved. He got involved. Now, first one I can recall off of my hand right now. We did raise peanuts at one time. He got into. Then after that, they brought in. We would always you where you make your mattress. You go out and gather hay, put in in a tube, and that's what you slept on. But then the one that picked the feathers off the chicken would make them feather pillows. That was the soft pillow. But then when the government gave them material to make mattresses, we had that whole yard full of making mattresses, sewing mattresses. Daddy he spearheaded that. Then,
Was he involved in any civil rights?
well, in civil rights, the only thing I know, he was voting during that time.
Yeah, but did he
But
march or anything?
no,
No.
no,
How
that came later. That wasn't even at that time.
Oh, that was like later on in his life? Or?
Yeah, that done way down the line at March on it
Yeah.
come, yeah. That was about the time of Martin Luther. Martin Luther, you remember it was on the bus. You started on the bus in the marching business. It wasn't in that. He wasn't involved with that, but he was an early voter. At that time, before black folks was voting, he was voting. He go over there at Cowpen, and I never went to Cowpen. Was you ever during that time?
I
They-
think I
he-
understood at that time.
Yeah, he have a place over there at Cowpen. They taking the white folks, let him vote and do everything. That was clear. I remember one time I was downtown, and the police said they grabbed this stick, it was gonna beat me up, and they said, "I'm police." I said, "You're the poorest man in the country you least ever thought of." He sprung them all. They said, "That's Rupert Glenn's son." that's because they say that's Rupert Glynn's son. So that was he was involved in all those things. Everything new come in town, he was involved. Raising chicken, raising a hog, and making mattresses, and what else can I think of that he did? Nothing. Can you think? That was what he was involved with. All the
Were you very athletic as a kid?
who?
Yeah.
I was the number one basketball player.
Yeah.
I was the captain of the basketball team. I was the captain of the football team. Made the first touchdown, Camp Hill, Alabama. And they had a bonfire for me. A big bonfire trailer and just went out in the street because I went over for the first touchdown. They gave me the first touchdown and I shot over.
So you were an All-American.
Well, that was all at Camp Hill. I had three stars, three ladders, three ladders. You had to play so long before you could get a ladder, and I won three ladders. I was in the game when it started, and I was in the game when it stopped. I was all around America.
Ooh.
Nobody that.
So let's just understand. Like that was everybody. Were you competitive, Uncle Johnny?
No, we played. I was out of his league.
Again, you really didn't spend much time playing sports or anything like that.
I played for baseball,
Okay.
softball,
Yeah.
baseball, what we call sandlot.
Oh, so you got paid?
No,
No.
no.
Oh, this was like a community kind of sport.
Yeah.
How,
That was,
how did that go? Did you like it?
oh yeah. Yeah, I liked
Did
it.
it, did it get a lot of girls for you?
Huh?
Did it get a lot of girls for you?
No.
It
That didn't get
didn't.
no.
You would think that all the girls like all the athletes in town.
No.
You weren't known as a ladies' man?
No.
I tell you, went to church. You had to go to church to get a girlfriend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In order to get a girlfriend
You
right
had to
here,
be in church.
you had to be in church.
Yeah.
No.
You wasn't in church. You ain't getting
You
a
were gonna get a girlfriend.
You go. You go to church and you got your girlfriend.
How come you never became a reverend?
It's just-
I don't know. Well, God know who He wants to
Uh,
preach.
but you still spent a lot of time in the church?
Yeah.
He's the steward.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Methodist they have a steward,
Okay.
and he did a lot of singing.
Yeah.
Johnny had his groups. How many groups did you have? He finally died out. You
Oh
don't
no.
Man, he's the leader of the group. You go
Really? A lot of
yeah,
gospel singing?
all over the radio. He's
Yeah?
singing radio broadcaster.
Oh, wow.
Man, every Sunday morning they was on the radio. Johnny
Is that
and
right?
his group.
Yeah. Yeah.
You involved in the media a lot? You like the media?
Yeah.
What part of it did you like?
And most of the time when we had them groups getting in different places,
Uh-huh.
have groups going to, had a singing building up in Silicaca.
So like you were part of promoting and stuff?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know what it was then.
He didn't call it promoting. He just doing it.
Just making it happen.
Yeah.
What happened when you found out what it was?
Nothing.
You still did the same thing?
Yeah, I still do the same thing.
Oh, what kind of work did you do?
I'm mostly a truck driver.
Oh, okay. You did truck driving for, did you ever get involved with the union?
No.
You never had to get involved with the union as a truck driver?
No. Not at that time.
So organizing and things like that never really became. How long did you truck drive?
Till what? About. I still drive 'em now.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What what kind of rigs?
Yeah.
You drive a rig?
Yeah.
What is it? Triple clutch, return?
Yeah, I think so.
What kind of truck is that?
They call them 4 and that 10 wheelers.
Yeah.
But I don't know how many wheels.
18 wheeler.
18 you got
18 wheeler.
Well, he taught me how to drive
Yeah,
at night,
yeah,
how to read that line. You
yeah.
see that there's a yellow line in the middle of the street. You keep your eyes sort of turned to the right. You don't go behind. You know, a lot of folks get blinded after they don't
Mm-hmm.
drive. But you just look red and watch that yellow line. You won't go wrong.
That's true.
And
That's what I do.
that's what he taught
And
me.
I had to teach myself that because you get so tired,
Yeah.
you know. But if you do pay attention to the line, it certainly will keep you very alert.
Mm-hmm.
What what do you do now?
I don't do nothing other than now mostly. Just sit at the house.
Just sleep.
Really?
Catch the, he sit under the shade tree and watch, watch the tree.
And watch the trees.
Yeah.
Listen now. Well then, do you have to take as much medication as my dad?
No, I don't know.
Do you take medication at all?
Yeah.
What kind of medication you take?
I take prostate cancer medicine.
Okay, you had it or you have it.
I
Had it.
So
no.
You did when you was in Anderson. I mean,
In other words,
check.
those. Well, I think I did have it because they got it stopped now.
uh-huh. How long ago was that?
Now,
Oh,
that's
you
what?
just recently got prostate
No.
cancer?
No, well, I've been had it. What?
About 10 years.
No, I just got it when I went to Virginia.
Yeah.
But
Really?
I don't know how long ago that was.
Huh?
I don't know how long ago that was.
When you went to Virginia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you go to
He
Virginia?
he was up there with my sister. You know.
This was recent or a couple of years ago?
It's been more than 3 or 4 years.
been about 3 years.
So now you're still taking treatment for the
Yeah.
prostate cancer.
Yeah.
Did you take the operation?
They didn't give me no operation.
Right.
They treating it.
They're treating it.
Yeah.
What kind of medication is it?
I don't know what kind they call it or what it.
You really don't know what kind it is? How many pills do you take a day?
At 9,
You take 9 pills a day
9 pills a day.
for that one ailment.
Well, no, it's for heart and high blood.
So it's kind of like the same pills.
Well, whatever is about the amount. Actually, you clocked me out about 7 regular pills
Right.
a day, 7 regulars.
Well, you know what you're taking.
Yeah, I said.
Why do you know what you're taking and he don't?
Well, he ain't studied what he taking. He know he take for heart, know he taking for the prostate cancer, and but in my situation, I had to learn what I'm taking it for.
But I mean, did the doctors teach you that, or you
They'll
did it
tell
on your
you,
own?
they'll tell you, but
They'll tell
you
you.
don't remember that. You just know you're taking medicine. You know what you're
Mhm.
taking it for.
Is it helping?
Gotta be. He's still going.
Yeah, right.
85
It
years
gotta be,
old.
right?
80,
So
80
they're
what?
not-
84.
84 years old.
Will be this August.
Yeah, and still going. When who was that? Frederick said when he come down here and he was digging grave, said, "Oh, boy, I'm gonna be like Johnny." He was way up been
When
10
was
years
this?
ago.
10 years ago.
Well, that's been 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
He
20.
Was in, he was in his
And
60s
he was
then.
digging, and Fred said, "I want to be like Johnny."
Wow.
Yeah, he was down here then. You know, we had a funeral. Was mother's funeral? I think it might have been somebody's funeral. He went over there and saw him digging that day.
Maybe it was Uncle Robert.
No, it wasn't
Mm.
like a Robert.
No.
That was before my mother, about my daddy's time. Might have been
That
my
was
daddy.
years
My-
ago.
Huh?
Yeah, it's been
He
years
was
ago.
still young.
Well,
Yeah.
now young, but now he's still
He
going.
was still young when grandmother died. That was back in the 60s, 70s.
I don't even know when.
Not long after they came up and visited us. Remember when they came to visit us in New York?
Yeah.
You remember that? Yeah, because you came.
Yeah.
That's right. You were there. Yeah. So then, I guess that pretty much is. When did you have to start taking those drugs? At what age? Both of you. Not the prostate. I understand the prostate. But I'm talking about the heart and the
Well, it all come down about the same time.
10 years ago? Oh, so you're saying all the disparities started. Same thing with you, Danny?
Yeah, mine been 20 some odd years ago.
Been 20 years.
No, yeah, because actually, when I first started, you remember when Murray,
Yep.
you remember Murray used to have the stores, Murray store, catered, like the store. And I was working on the job, and the superintendent, which was, my boss, had authority to let me go to lunch at any time he feel is necessary for him. It is his convenience. So all of the stores had, closed down and put all the stuff away. And I went and bought some broccoli soup. I got some broccoli soup. And that broccoli soup sent me in. If I had heart attacks or whatever I had, trying to get all of that stuff out of me, that's when it happened. And then after then they told me that I had sugar, and from this on I've been had everything. They gave me to test me out. They gave me cornflakes with sugar. Then they go and test my blood. I just eat sugar, and they say you got sugar. And then they put me on the medicine. Say we're gonna put you on it. Say you have to stay on it for life. Cause all right, I've been on that. That's like a chronic disease with sugar.
So it's like close to, you was in your late 50s.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with you, Uncle John?
Yeah, I'm probably
In
late
your late 50s
60.
is when they started recognizing that you needed some supplements.
Yeah, you about that age.
Yeah, about 20 years ago. Now let's see. It ain't been that long.
So what do we
Wanna,
what do we really are doing in terms of educating um, our our family generation about the history of the Glenn family?
I ain't doing nothing about it.
What is it about the Glenn family that that you think the generation needs to know?
Uh, I don't know all of it, but they need to know how people get things, how they come about it.
I mean, is it all about the contribution to society? I mean, like,
Well,
I
let's.
mean, like, cause like I asked, I said, well, like, are there any? What do you say, Cherokee?
Oh, yeah, it's some Cherokee, it's some Indian, yeah, Cherokee Indian in the family.
Well, where?
But
How do we know?
I say, how would you be able to find that?
Yeah, how do we know?
Nah,
I mean, like, yeah, you said
you wouldn't
New
know.
Site had a lot of
Yeah,
Indians.
you wouldn't know.
But I mean, like, was that part of? Was the family in New Site during the Civil War?
Civil War. I don't know about the Civil War.
You don't know about the
Johnny,
Civil War.
Johnny might know about the
The
Civil
Civil
War.
War is what really established freedom.
Civil War. Now, the only thing about it, Grandma Palmer,
Yeah.
she had a lot of Indian in her. Uh, and I'm told she lived.
Who?
I said you got to get it clear to Linda Shirley, Grandma Palmer. Now I don't know what all that means. I don't know all those grandmas.
I don't either.
But you ask Linda or Shirley, and you're gonna get on
Bud told
target.
me.
I told me I didn't know he was up on it.
Yeah, he
But
up on it.
Linda Shirley, I told me about them relatives, grandmas. Cause a lot of them, they used to tell me about they was visiting them, and I didn't even know nothing about it. So I'm down on that.
Okay.
Now I know she had. I think she had some Indian in there. But if you're going back to that historical, I can't decay back there. But I guess if you would want to get those traits, you would ask one of those three. They up on it. They can tell you.
So you never marched on Washington?
No,
No.
when that
You
comes.
never marched on Selma?
No,
How come?
I was in New York whenever Selma marching was going about. That's number one.
What about the March on Washington?
Washington, I never felt like going. when the time come. I
You two
wasn't,
other guys?
and